Hey guys, I'm coming at you today from up in Van Alstyne, Texas, just north of Dallas and McKinney. New pool we just finished a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to do a quick video going through the process for if we get this hellacious freeze they are expecting this next week. Certainly hoping it's not going to be anything like what we had a few years ago, but just in case, this would be a good general reference to kind of point out what we need to take apart in the event of a power failure for an extended period of time. I don't recommend shutting down your equipment if you still have power. If you lose power for more than several hours and we're down in the teens or tens, then I would probably recommend just shutting the entire system down until everything warms back up above freezing and you know nothing in your equipment set is frozen. I'm going to go through right now what we do. So assume that you have lost power and you want to get everything as protected as possible to go through the next 48 hours or so. First, I'm going to come to my equipment panel. We use Jandy equipment, but it would be very similar whether you're doing Pentair or Hayward. I'm going to go to this panel and open it up. And here we use, some systems have power panels within, and some you're going to have to go to the circuit breakers in your garage and flip off the ones that say pool. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this equipment down. Obviously, if you were doing this during the freeze, it's already going to be down, and you're just going to turn these breakers off. What we don't want is all this equipment restarting while we've got everything taken apart. So now I've got all these switches off, so there is no power to any of my pumps. First, I'm going to come, we've got a autochlorinator on here. I'm going to come to that and I'm going to open the top. You can take it all the way off, or you can just loosen it up. You'll start to hear water flowing through the system and flowing downward. Anything that is sealed and can hold pressure, we want to open up so that it does not freeze. We need that ice, if it gets in there, to be able to expand. I'm going to come up to the top of my filter. This would look the same. This is a cartridge filter, but it would be very similar if you had a DE or even a sand filter. There's a screw on the back that lets air. This is your air relief valve. I'm just going to cock that open. You can hear it hissing. Next, I'm going to come around to the side of the filter. I'm not going to open this up today. This is a hand threaded drain plug. There's a center cap in there. Once you open this up, that will be removed and let water flow out. If you do that last, you'll probably lose the least amount of water doing the shutdown, because most of it will backflow through the system. Next, I'm going to come over to my booster pump. You'll see there's a little valve or a little drain plug underneath here. I'm going to remove that. You see the water flowing out. I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to let any water that's in there completely drain out. Booster pumps were real bad for freezing up in the last freeze. There's not a whole lot of room for ice to expand in there. Next, I'm going to come over to my big filter pump. Obviously, if you have multiple pumps, you're just going to do this to all of them. First, I'm going to open this front drain. All these types of pumps have two drain plugs. One here, and then another one right back here. I'm going to remove both of those. One trick that most pool builders will tell you is once you take all those plugs out so you don't lose them, open the top basket on your lid on your pump. Throw your plugs down inside the pump basket. Then just set this back on top. Don't screw it back down, and you'll be good to go. There is going to be one more drain plug if you have a spa or a pool heater. There's a plug right here on the side of this. You can see it. It's got a red mark on it. Yours may or may not have that. Sometimes you got to get a pair of pliers on these to remove them because they're in a kind of a tight little spot. But everything should be re-tightened by hand. You can see I can get it just a little bit tight. So pull that sucker out too. Throw that in your skimmer, in your pump basket as well. Once all those are out and removed, your system will basically be open and any freezing water within there will have room to expand. Once you're done, freezes over and it's warming back up. You want to make sure that everything is completely thawed back out before you flip all your breakers back on. If you turn it back on and things are still frozen, you have a chance of damaging any automated valves or just messing with the system. You'll probably have to reprime your pump by dropping water down in it via a hose. Once you get everything primed and back up and running, you should be good to go. Look for any leaks and cracks. And we'll hope that we don't need this video. Thanks and have a good day. Please share it with your friends if you need to.